Hello, beauties. Welcome back to the vlog. It's been a while. I've missed all of you. I've been busy working on a lot of things. One of them is gathering topics, and by I mean the team has been collating some of the things that you all have asked about and some of their own questions. So I'm really looking forward to some of the things we're going to talk about over the coming weeks. Today and this week, we're going to talk about career advice. I don't know that I'm fully qualified to give you this advice, so, take it at your own risk, I guess. But what I can say is that certainly I've done a lot of different jobs over the course of my short career, and I know that there are reasons why I shifted from those things. So we can talk a little bit about that. One of the questions that people have asked is, how do I know if I'm stuck? How do I start to transition when I'm feeling like maybe I'm in a rut? And that's such a good question, because I think a lot of us get there. For me, when that's occurred, I get sort of antsy. I start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm like restless. And maybe it's because I wasn't challenged anymore. Maybe it's because the project finished or the team shifted. Sometimes it's leadership changes. There's been several companies I've worked for that have gotten acquired and gone through mergers, and it changes things. And so you start thinking, well, maybe this is the right time to make a change, and so on. In the beginning of my career, I worked in retail, and retail was a great way for me to get experience working with people, have management experience, understand products and services, and really understanding the benefits of what people offered. Over time, that changed, and now I'm in technology, and that's a big shift from being in a retail space. And I've done marketing and sales and a brief stint in broadcasting. So, how do you transition those things, and when is it time for a career change? What I want to do is share a specific story with you about someone who I know really well who was concerned about making a shift. And I actually could tell several stories like this. But one of them is someone who said, I have been doing this job that I do for a long time. It's a female friend of mine. And she said, I really want to go and work with a family member of mine and give up the corporate life and go take this risk and go into business for myself. And I'm really afraid about that. And this is now many years ago. And I said, well, what are you afraid? What's the scariest part of that? And she's like, God, I don't know if I'm gonna have a paycheck, and working with a family member sounds like maybe it's not the best idea. And so we talked that through. But what it came down to for her was that she didn't want to look back in several years and go, oh God, I'm still in the same place that I was before. She wanted to be somewhere else. And I think that's the biggest thing, what I can say for me and what we'll be talking about this week, is that there have been many times in my life, in my career, where there's a path forward that seems like the path I should take, right? It's the obvious choice forward. You can keep going, get the promotion in a company, get education, do these other things. And then there have been other paths that are a lot more risk. And when I look back on the choices where I'm like, wow, I was the most happy, or I had the most fun, or the most excited, every single time without fail, it's when I took a risk. And when I was a little bit afraid, there's something where the fear of that change is actually a little bit good for you, I think. I think it's telling us that it's time to try something new. And the times when I haven't been happy, when I look at my career, are the times when I've decided to settle and stay where I was. So we'll be talking more about how to get unstuck, how to transition over this week. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.